What is going on, y'all? Baby Bones here with another tutorial. This one is going to be a basic aerial tutorial. I've been making a bunch of advanced content lately, so I figured I'd make one to help out some of my lower ranked viewers. I've broken learning how to aerial into 4 to 5 segments, that way it'll be really easy for you to learn. And as always, if you do feel these videos are helping you out, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Helps the channel out a bunch. Enough of that, let's get into free play and I'll show you how to aerial. The first segment we have to cover is the takeoff, and the best way to take off is with a fast aerial. How you perform a fast aerial is by double jumping while holding boost. More specifically, you're going to want to jump while holding down on boost and back on the left stick. As your car pitches backwards, you want to let off the left stick and use that double jump while boosting through the whole thing. This is really effective for 2 main reasons. The first reason is that it's the fastest way to get in the air. Because you're boosting and conserving your momentum while going through the double jump, it's the fastest way to get to the ball. The second reason is that it allows you to change your momentum. With that second jump, it's going to turn that forward velocity into upward velocity, allowing your car to be more maneuverable in the air. Some things to keep in mind while learning this. The first is that you need to make sure you've let off completely of the left stick before using that second jump, because you will backflip and people still do it a lot. Don't feel too disheartened if you do it. The second thing is, when you use that second jump, you need to keep in mind where you want to go. The rule is, the higher up and closer to the ball you are, the longer you want to wait with that second jump, because it's going to start moving that momentum higher and higher. Additionally, I want you to keep in mind your velocity when you do start the takeoff, because if you're going at full speed and then you do a fast aerial, you're still going to continue with that momentum forward. So sometimes if a ball is high up above you, you may need to slow down before you jump. So keep these tips in mind when learning how to fast aerial. The next step I want you to take is just staying in the air. So fast aerial up into the air and then practice balancing your car so that you don't fall down to the ground. There are a couple drills you can do with this. The first one is just going to be float in the air in free play and then do a flip in any direction, catch yourself, level yourself out, and then flip again. Some things I want you to keep in mind with this drill is your feathering. You don't always need to be holding down your boost. You can feather it by tapping on and off of your boost, and that will keep you at the same height. The next drill I want you to practice is going around the center field circle very low to the ball and just circling it. Just go nice and slow around it. This is going to teach you a lot more control with staying in the air, as well as start to give you a little bit more directional control. And this is a point where we have to talk about the air roll button. If you haven't gone into your settings yet, please do so and find out where you have the normal air roll button bound. And what this button does is it allows your left and right stick movement to now roll your car instead of tilting you left or right. And it's going to be very important that you learn this, because it does give you a lot more control in the air. Practice these 2 drills, make sure you're getting comfortable in the air, and then move on to the next step. The next thing I want you to do is practice going towards a non-moving target. You can do this a number of ways. If you're on Steam, I highly recommend the workshop maps with aerial courses. Take some easier ones and start to get control of moving your car in a specific direction. If you're not on PC, you can always aim for the middle of the crossbar or do things like pillars maps. But the other thing I want you practicing while you're doing this is aerialing at the start. So once you've picked your target, air roll slightly into the direction you want, and then lean forward or backwards to adjust in the direction you want. And I just want you using air roll very quickly, because you don't want to be making these giant adjustments halfway through your aerial every time. You want to be getting your momentum in the right direction and then following through with that momentum all the way to your target. The final step I want you taking is aerialing towards a moving ball. At first, I want you to do this with shorter aerials that are closer to you, and I also want you to just focus on making contact and practicing the feathering of the boost. Practice just reading the ball and positioning yourself to hit it while it's moving, Then once you get more skilled, I want you to start going for higher, further away aerials, and also on leaning in, hitting it with your nose, and actually picking the direction you want that ball to go. Keep in mind while you're doing this, I still don't want you adjusting a bunch in the air, so try to make that adjustment quick in the start and then keeping your momentum going towards the ball and then adjusting at the final second to hit the ball with your nose. And make sure you're boosting when you hit the ball. This is the way you get the maximum power, hitting it on your nose and boosting. So that is going to be the final step, and just understand that with this step and with all the steps, take them as slow as you need to. It's not going to be something you're going to be able to learn in a day or a week, but give it time, a month or so, and you should be able to master it. And as always, guys, my socials are down in the description if you want to reach out. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, have a good day or night.